Greetings, demons, and welcome to Warhammer Weekly, episode 11. This is another pretty quiet week, all things considered, so let's just get into what I picked up, and then we can talk about the main topics for the week.
Not the leader of a cult, RabbitWithAxe.
Okay, so for pickups, it's actually just the usual thing that I get once a month, Stormbringer, and this time around I got I don't even know what you call it, the binder, I suppose, along with the next 4 issues. So I don't think these are in order, but I have issue 9, which comes with the Swamp Color Shaman, which is a very cool model, little grot friend as well. We have issue 10, which comes with, I believe these are Stormcast, but I'm not sure which ones these are. Zandire's Truth Seekers. Okay. We also have from issue 8, once again, Stormcast, but I don't know which one it is. It's the Lord Imperatant? I don't know. And also a starting brush is included in that. Very cool. And then as for issue 7, it's 2 more paints, brown and white, and a movement ruler, which is always good to have. But that is actually everything. I didn't actually get any pickups regularly. I just got that order. So, yeah, moving into the main topics. So, getting into the first topic for today, we have finally got updates to vehicles that are actually more than just, hey, there are new tanks for the Space Marines. We actually have something really interesting, and there is a lot more to this article, so it will be linked below. I just want to talk about one thing in particular, because I think it's the most interesting, and that is Primaris can now ride in some, not all, but some of the non-Primaris vehicles. So, some of the vehicles from the Firstborn that you weren't able to actually put Primaris Space Marines into, you now can. And alongside that, you can also put Firstborns into the Primaris vehicles, which this is all well overdue. Essentially, they've changed it, this is for 10th edition of course, to essentially mean that if you have any Space Marine standard unit, so a standard Primaris unit or a standard Firstborn unit, think Tactical Assault Squads, and I can't remember what the Primaris equivalent is, but, you know, the basic unit, they are worth the exact same in terms of size, at least how the game treats it in terms of the tank and the movement options and stuff like that. So you can put just as many Firstborns as Primaris units as long as they are equivalents, and it actually gets really ridiculous with, for example, the Repulsor. This model has a transport capacity of 12 Adeptus Astartes, so that's 12 Firstborn or 12 Primaris. Infantry models, that's what they are. Each jump pack, Wolfen, Gravis, or Terminator model takes up the space of 2 models, and each Centurion model takes up the space of 3 models. So that basically means you can fit 6 jump pack, Wolfen, Gravis, or Terminator models, and you can actually somehow fit 4 Centurions in a Repulsor, which is ridiculous, but beyond the comical aspect of being able to run that in a game, that's not really all that noticeable or that important. But it is really cool that we're actually getting cross-pollination between Firstborn and Primaris, and hopefully this is a good sign for the future of, well, I guess Firstborn disappearing and Primaris actually getting a full range. You know, we already know about Terminators coming up. It'd be nice if we can just kind of get rid of everything when it comes to Firstborn, just because all their models are pretty old. Or they could update Firstborn to be a bit more modern. I doubt that, though. Primaris is the modern Space Marine. We need jump packs. We need various other things. We have Terminators. So that's one thing out of the way. But yeah, it's really cool that we're actually going to be able to use our units with all our transports. And yeah, it's just good to know. And while we're talking about Space Marines, we may as well talk about the brand new Librarian that was announced this week, which we already knew this model or this general look was coming due to the fact that it was in the trailer for 10th edition, and I'm very mixed. I don't love the design for Librarians generally. I do quite like this one, but compared to the Librarian we saw last week from not Age of Sigmar, that'd be interesting. From Horus Heresy, I don't know. This one is kind of, I don't know. It's different, and I don't know if I like it that much. So it is true Terminator armor. It's, you know, it looks great. It has a Stormbolter on the wrist. It has a giant power axe. The whole psychic hood thing is interestingly done. Once again, this is another head that kind of resembles... Well, I mean, it doesn't resemble specifically Corbin, but it does have that kind of like old man sort of look to it, which, I don't know, I kind of prefer the render that they have from the trailer. But, yeah, overall, it's a Terminator Librarian. It looks decent. I will probably pick this up because I've been planning on getting into Grey Knights, and obviously Terminator Librarians and stuff like that are always very useful for that. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a nice looking model. I do quite like the detailing on it, things like the book and stuff like that. It's just very nice to look at, and yeah, not really much else to say about it. It's a nice model. I'm very interested in seeing if there is a helmet option, though I doubt it. Obviously, being a Librarian, it's unlikely you'll have a full helmet option, but I mean, you could probably put one in. I doubt there's not going to be an option. I assume that you're going to be able to put a helmeted head there, even if it's not included in the set. But yeah, there we go. New Terminator Librarian. Very, very cool. And moving on to the Mortal Realms, we have two very quick things relating to the Seraphon. So first off, we have the Raptidon Hunters, which are just the cavalry. It's the skinks on horseback, essentially. And I feel like we've already seen these. I'm pretty sure I've already covered these in a previous video, but new article, just going over it with some new pictures. And once again, my chicken boys are looking beautiful right now. I'm very excited to actually see when we get the full skink release with the new designs. But yeah, there's not really too much to go over. It's very much just going over the different abilities and different stat lines, which, you know, for people that are interested in that, link below for that. I'm not going to go over that here. But yeah, more shots of them, more painted models, more battle scenes sort of thing. Just more images of them, which is always nice. And I feel the same can go for the Saurus Warriors that have been shown off this week. From what I remember, we haven't seen these exact models, but we've seen so many Saurus in recent months that these feel very, very familiar. I do like the one that has a drum. That's pretty cool. But yeah, it's just more Saurus, more, you know, Seraphon in general. It's nothing all that interesting in the grand scheme. I'm quite enjoying seeing all the Seraphon, but they're all starting to kind of blend together. Once again, we have a few stat lines and stuff that you can check out if you're interested in that. But yeah, I do like my bulky boys. They've really grown on me. I do actually own a few of the Saurus Warriors from before. So like, I don't know. I really do like this design, and I like all the little variety options. The big like snake staff that one of them has. I say the drum is really cool. Just the varying blunt objects that they carry is really fun. But yeah, that's really all I can say about the new Seraphon stuff, because it just feels like old Seraphon stuff in terms of we've already seen most of this stuff a month ago, 2 months ago, stuff like that. So it's not all that interesting. And moving on to our final topic somehow. Yeah, I know, there's no Horus Heresy Thursday that I could find. I looked through everything that we got in the last week, and as far as I'm aware, we didn't actually get a Heresy Thursday. I thought they've removed the article because I never saw it this week, and it's not on the Warhammer community page. So if I've missed that, I'll cover that next week. But yeah, I'm really confused at why there hasn't been a Heresy Thursday, because I checked everything from last week and there just isn't. So anyway, the Rumour Engine for the 18th of April 2023, and I can only assume this relates in some way to Chaos. It looks like a fireball being held by a demon, and that's all I can really say about it. That's what it looks like to me. I think it's probably to do with AOS, but like demons is across the board. Like demons functions as both a 40k and AOS army, so I don't know. It could probably be Zeech, just because it's, you know, fire and flamers are a thing in Zeech, but it could really, honestly, be anything from Chaos, and I wouldn't be confused. Maybe if it was a Nurgling, I'd be a bit confused, but pretty much anything from Chaos could apply to this, and otherwise it may be something else that I'm not thinking of, but yeah, that was my first impression seeing it, and that's what I'm going to stick with. So yeah, looking forward to Flamer Mark 3, or whatever we're on to now. But in any case, that is going to be it for this video, so I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like it, subscribe down here, and ring a bell so you never miss upload. Otherwise, look in the comments below, or not comments below, put in the comments below what you thought of the week, and look in the description for the links so you can check out the articles yourself. There is a lot to go over in the articles. I just skipped over a lot of it because I'm just more interested in the images of new models. But in any case, it's going to be from me, so thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!
Look at the screen, you'll be fine. Culture's a disease, but we'll survive. I just wanna take